Cool. Well, I'm gonna get this video going, and we'll start the first episode. So, welcome to Shattered Dungeons. Welcome to Shattered Dungeons. I'm not sure if the rest of the team could hear the video. I'm pretty sure they couldn't now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. So that was just for you viewers at home. I'll share it later. And if you could hear us talking during that video confusedly, I'm sorry. So, introduction to Shattered Dawn. Each one of you have seen a character sheet thus far, so this is the Shattered Dawn character sheet we're looking at here. That's page 1. Page 2 is character details and known spells. And then page 3 is your advancements and things like that. As we said, we're playing on Roll20, so the scenes will change. You can see it moving around here. Now, for all of our players, if you would so kindly navigate to about right here, is it Forrester? Is it Messina or is it Masina?
Messina. So neither.
Perfect. Strike one for me. So you were kind enough to create your own actual artwork for your character. The thing that we have to do, guys, is choose for Ed, Jordan, and Dion, which token would you like your character to be represented with?
Let's see. Who do we got here?
So if you...
Are these all stock?
These are custom images created for Shattered Dawn.
Cool.
I'm not sure. How do you say the race name that I am? Because I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Ilrias.
Ilrias. Are there any of these Ilrias? It's hard to tell when they're tiny.
Kind of.
The first red circle on the first row is the one from the book.
Done. That's me.
There's whoop. Skype. There's also this one right here.
That's all right. I like the first one. I like the one in the book. He looked cool.
Okay.
He had a weird haircut.
Yeah, I'll take the Dargoth from the book.
Okay, let's go ahead and name this. I'm assuming all your stats, Ed, are the 50s.
Yes, and yeah, it's all 50-50-50.
I didn't realize that. I think my Skype crashed there, so
Oh, no.
I don't know which ones you guys picked, but I was gonna pick the one that's the shadowy figure with the staff, the last color one on the first row.
I was hoping someone would go with that.
You're
it looked cool.
One?
No.
This one.
I don't know if you can see where I'm clicking or not. Yeah, that one.
Yes,
Okay.
that one.
And your name is, do you have a last name for Caden?
Atlas.
Okay. Yay, typing sounds. Atlas. Cool. And then, which one did you want, Jordan?
Taking the book Dargoth right here.
You don't want any of these other classic Dargoth figures?
I don't know. They look way too
Menacing to
fierce for who Edge is as a person.
And your stats are all 50, or do you, I can't remember.
They get 100 in stamina.
Okay. Cool. So I am relinquishing control now to each of you so that you can control your own peoples. This is Jordan. No, I'm sorry. This is Dion.
This one's me.
I had a question about reach.
Are you?
When it's saying two... Oh. What was that?
Sorry, I'm sitting here looking at Dion's name as Caden Atlas, confused why I'm not seeing Dion's name there. Duh. So, cool. So we have our miniatures picked out, which is great, our pseudo miniatures. Now, I will say, if you do end up finding custom artwork or artwork that you want to use that is free and legal that we can use in the stream, forward it to me. All that fun stuff should be fine. So, so let's do a little quick tutorial on just some basic things over in the land that is Shattered Dawn's systems. So we're going to do some quick combat, because that's the thing that everyone needs to know. And so I'm going to go ahead and create a circle to do battle in. Freehand circle of pain. Prepare yourselves.
That is the squarest circle I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, can't all be great.
Or rectangle.
All right.
I don't know shapes.
So let's go ahead and choose teams. Let's just do a random roll, 1d100. Anyone above 50 is on a team. Anyone under 50 is on a team. Or if that doesn't work out, I'll figure something else out. Whatever.
Let me get these bad rolls out of the way.
All right, so.
All right, all of you versus me.
Yeah.
I will die.
I don't know, man.
All right, so let's do.
If you started with hand to hand, you should have 100 armor.
So Edward and Forrester, Mr. Business and Masana, right? Am I saying that right, Forrester?
Yeah.
Masana.
Yeah, that's
versus
fine.
Reg and Caden. All right. So in Shattered Dawn, we have things like initiative, we have things like stealth, we have things like most tabletop role playing games do. So go ahead and roll initiative. The main difference is that we're using 1d100 for everything, so we'll get there. So initiative is just.
Do we add anything?
Nope, it's just a straight roll.
Oh, sorry.
You can spend stamina points up to your level, but at level 1, it's not that useful. All right. So right here we have Edward, then, well, I'm sorry, I'm going to try and use your names. Mr. Business, then Rich.
Correct?
Yep, then Masana, and then Caden.
Mr. Business.
Mr. Business goes first. Now you can move 8 squares on your turn. You can spend 10 points of stamina to move an additional square up to 4 squares, at which point you are considered running.
Gotcha. Okay. 2, 3, 4. So I can get to here. And then, because I am unarmed and unarmored, but I will just haul off and punch him in the face.
Perfect. So go ahead. Now, Caden, are you wearing any armor or anything like that right this second?
No.
So his base armor rating is 50. Now we'll get you some armor when we start after this this kind of intro, and we'll get that figured out. So Edward rolls a 105, which hits against his 50.
Yep.
And how much damage do you deal, Mr. Business?
Let's see. Mr. Business. I do 35 damage.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I've been saying Masana. Dion, that's you. My bad. I'm gonna get this right. Dion, what's your armor rating?
Right now it's a 0, right? Because I don't have any.
So
it's 50.
Base is 50. So same deal.
Oh, okay.
However, you said 35, right, Ed?
Yes.
Cool. So Caden, you're at 15.
You mean I'm at 65.
Yeah, he's got 100 base or 100 health.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, there you go.
And I'll update the token so that you should be able to see
got
it.
Just so everyone knows, green is stamina, blue is potency, red is health in my mind.
Oh, okay. I was just doing it top
Yeah, it's all
down,
good.
like the character
Yeah,
sheet.
that would make sense, but for some reason, red and stamina doesn't work in my mind.
Okay.
Red, health. It's red like blood.
No, it's good.
So Caden, you're at 65. Ed, that's the end of Mr. Business's turn.
Yep, he's adjusts his tie.
Reg is up next.
That's perfect. So, big boy Reg here is going to say hello to. You say it was Masina.
Masena.
Masena.
See, never gonna get it right. Just warning you. All right, and let's.
I will warn you that I am an incredibly squishy target.
Do you have any armor on right now?
No, so I've got base 50.
So that's gonna hit you, and that's 71 damage.
All right, so Masena is down.
That's dead.
Oh, that's brutal.
So I was looking at the rule book, and is there no point where a character is unconscious? They're just running around at full strength or they're dead?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Now, when you get low, most people are going to try and flee and stuff like that. But yeah, generally the character death is a very real thing in this game. It is quick. It is brutal. I can almost promise you that some characters will die in the first 4 adventures. But
it could be you.
But we'll see what happens because based on conversations with all of you guys all seem to play fairly smart. So.
Oh, you know what? Ed had an extra attack.
Oh yeah, you were fighting unarmed.
He's got 2 hands, as you like to say.
I don't think I realized that.
So after Reg was Dion, I believe. Caden.
I'm last, but someone went down, so maybe I'm now.
Masena is down.
Good news, you got a promotion.
All right, so I am going to use my left hand and cast Minor Heal on myself.
Okay.
I don't have to roll for that, do I? Do I just get the amount?
Correct.
Or?
You're just healed.
Okay, so it costs me. I use blood magic, so I take 13 damage, but I heal for 45, so my net gain is 32.
Cool. You're at 97.
And then I'm going to use my right hand and cast Minor Ward on myself, which is going to do 25 damage.
Yep. And then it also increases your armor rating, correct?
It increases my armor rating to 40.
So your total armor rating is 90.
So now I take 25 damage.
Yep.
So you got a better armor rating and a net gain in health at least.
Yep, you're at 72 now. Health for casting Minor Ward.
Thank you.
Yep.
And that's my actions.
Masena, go ahead and make an attack roll against Reg. Just
Sure.
to make sure that everyone's following along.
And so I have an iron sword. I think that was 6 was the rating for that. Let me. Oh, okay.
Or I think Iron's 5, but you wrote your name on it, and that gives you a +1. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's my result. I'm going to double check that number, but there we go.
What's your armor rating?
85.
So not quite. But Reg is unaware, so you get a +25. I don't know.
That I still wouldn't hit.
Listen, I know Reg is dumb, but come on, guys.
So does this kind of make sense to everybody? Does everyone feel pretty comfortable about this?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this is obviously the thing I wanted to get out of the way because usually using Roll20 can be a little bit complicated if you've never used it before. And for our viewers and listeners, I just want to make sure that you guys have a clear picture of what we're doing, how we're doing it, all that fun stuff. As far as...
I did have one question. Sorry to interrupt. So the scythe has reach on it. So that says 2 squares away. Is this what we mean by 2 squares? Like they are in that second square, or is it 2 squares beyond? Like I would assume it's this, that I can hit him from here, or her, excuse me.
Yeah. Did they take my ruler away? Used to have a ruler. Basically, yes. You should be able to hit Mr. Business from right here, because they are in the second square away from you. Does that make sense?
Oh, diagonals
Yes.
count?
Cool.
Yeah. So you're I'm writing in white. Sorry. Your reach is this box right here as a Dargoth.
Neat.
For Masena, if she had something with reach, would be like that.
I'm a big boy.
Yes, you're a large individual. So let me prepare for transport over here.
Beam us up, Captain.
So for the viewers at home, you'll be seeing the dungeon or the dungeon from the Arcmaster's point of view. So you'll get some sneak peeks as to what our players will be encountering as we venture through. And, you might be surprised as well, because you'll be like, wait, what does that mean? And then, you'll be flabbergasted when I say that they die. I'm joking. That won't happen much.
Only half
the time. So what we're going to do next is kind of just talk about the characters for a moment. That's really the driving force behind the show, behind this game. Systems are great. But it's not the reason things become fun, So let's kind of go around the virtual table. Caden, we're going to start with you. Make sure to give us the voice, too. That's the important part.
Just like your slow pause.
Yeah. Dion?
I'm sorry, I missed the question.
Yeah. We're going to start with character introductions with you.
Oh, okay. So my character's name is Caden Atlas. He's orphaned because his parents died in a war. He was raised by his village. His village is it's a bit unique. They definitely believe in it takes a village to raise a child. So even though he was orphaned, he had plenty of love and people taking care of him and that sort of thing. And he sort of grew up to be more of a protective type character. He's very defensive of people that he cares about, essentially, and he wants to make sure that no harm comes to them to the best of his abilities. And he's picked up the ability to, of course, ward and heal, utilizing blood magic.
Nice, very cool. So obviously when characters meet for the first time, the characters won't know this information, but as you're developing, you might have questions in that first encounter that you guys have to get to know the people you're meeting. So give us a little bit about Reg, Jordan.
Okay, I'm going to leave out, like you said, some of the bigger details that you and I went over.
Yeah.
But hello, my name's Reg. As you might notice, I am a Dargoth. but they're kind of known for being really strong and really smart. And put it lightly, I am not. So they kind of didn't want me around no more. And spent some time protecting a master. We had some good times until we didn't. And then it was time to move on again. And, here I am. We'll see what's going to happen. It's always good to look on the bright side, eh?
That is a true statement right there. Just for reference, him, Reg is a Dargoth. Even though he's small by comparison, he's still standing at about 8 feet tall. So he's still giant by comparison.
They typically they average 10 to 12 feet, so he's like the runt of the litter, but still extremely imposing to normal folk.
Yeah. So Masena, tell us a little bit about you.
Sure. So, I am Masena Duranton. I am I'm not exactly young anymore, but I'm not that old either. I'm about 25 years old, and I wasn't able to... I'm from a minor noble family on Grail Isle. I'm a bit too old to be married off, and I'm a bit too far down. I'm the 9th child. I'm not going to inherit anything. Not that there's much to inherit anyway. So, around a year ago, I left, and I set out on my own, trying to see if I could make a legacy for myself. I've done some work with trading companies, merchants. I like to think of myself as something of a talker, but I got it wrong. I left when I was 25. I'm 30 now.
Spent 5 years drinking your woes away.
That's about it.
As one does.
And let's hear about Mr. Business. Give us the business on Mr. Business.
All right. So the business is, my fur pattern is such that I look like a tuxedo cat. And so I actually already have the natural looking suit attire. And so I grew up in, what's it called? Olesa? Oh yeah, Olesa. Where I joined the Seven Thorns, which is like a fighting group of people, and they kind of help out people. But in falling in love with fighting, I also fell in love with performing, and I figured out that I feel like it's a good way to unite people. So I started putting on wrestling shows, and then I started traveling all over Leelrec, and putting on shows. My persona is, of course, Mr. Business. He's the most cat you can be. I'm not that kind of, cat. I'm more laid back, but he's Mr. Business. He's very big and very important, and if you don't listen, he'll crap out of you. So that's Mr. Business in a nutshell.
I dig it. So in this, in the first adventure we'll do here next week, we'll definitely tackle a lot of those character introductions and that inner personalities, that interaction, as you guys discover what is going to be happening. So as far as playing this, as far as producing this, as far as all of that fun stuff, we're going to call it here. We've kind of gone over everything that needs to be gone over. And then, we got a lot of fun stuff ahead. If you are interested, if you're watching this first time, if you're interested in learning more information, definitely head over to our Patreon. That's going to be where we post a lot more information about everything that we're doing, more information about Shattered Dawn, the lore, etc. If you're interested in becoming a cast member, that is also one of those stepping stones there. We do offer a alternate reality show that you can play Shattered Dawn in, run by the team here. And then finally, definitely like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. This is something that we do need support in doing and continuing to do. So as you are watching this and feeling led to, please like, share, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, all those things. Share it with your friends. This will be on Spotify as well. In most places that you can see podcasts, or listen to podcasts, I should say, because by nature those are audio. So,
no, you can definitely watch a podcast.
Yeah, but you can't watch it on Spotify. So,
yeah, fair enough.
So, anything else anyone would like to say before we go? All right. Well, thank you for watching. This has been the first episode 0 of Shattered Dungeons. I'm now going to play our stream outro. As we found with the stream intro, this is a video. Farewell.